What's good, sports fans? Are you ready to elevate your live entertainment experience? Well, let me introduce you to SeatGeek, an amazing platform that connects you to your favorite events while saving you money. With SeatGeek, you can easily find tickets for sports games, concerts, and so much more, all in one place. The interface is user-friendly, making it simple to browse and compare prices. And one of the best features is the interactive seating chart. You can see exactly where you'll be sitting and how much you'll be spending, ensuring you get the best value for your money. But here's the best part. Check this out. By using my promo code, ChalkItUpSports, you can enjoy a one-time $20 discount on your first SeatGeek order. That's right, $20 off your first SeatGeek order. Imagine catching that thrilling game or concert without breaking the bank. It's a win-win situation. Plus, you'll be a part of a community of fans who eat, sleep, and breathe live events just as much as you do. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description to download the SeatGeek app today. And don't forget to use my promo code ChalkItUpSports for a one-time $20 discount on your first SeatGeek order. Get excited. Now let's get back to the show. Yo, this is your boy Tone DeShields II. You guys are locked in on a post-game edition of Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. I appreciate y'all for locking in on the content. You know what your job is. You know what your role is in this ecosystem. In order for all of us to eat, in order for this thing to continue to grow, smash that like button, smash that like button. And by the way, smash that like button. And on top of that, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Let's not waste any time. We're going to be here for about 45 minutes to an hour. I have no idea how long this thing is going to be, but my goal is to be here for about 45 minutes to an hour. I didn't get much sleep last night, so I need to catch up on that. But let's get to this game, man. Very disappointing performance. Very disappointing performance by the Philadelphia Eagles. Very disappointing performance by both sides of the ball, if I'm being completely honest with you. You have to give a ton of credit to Bryce Young for making plays, man. I mean, the off-schedule stuff, the Philadelphia Eagles just, you got to give credit to Chuba Hubbard. You got to give credit to Chuba Hubbard for showing up. You got to give credit to that offensive line for having some pride. You got to give credit to Bryce Young for fighting every step of the way and making life difficult for the Philadelphia Eagles. Man, you got to give them credit. First and foremost, you got to give them credit. You know, sometimes people get on here and they talk about what the Eagles didn't do. No, we're going to do that, but not quite yet. I'm going to respect gangster. I'm going to respect that NFL football team. I'm going to respect the Carolina Panthers because even though I had my own score prediction, me and Coach Marcus came on here and said, yo, don't sleep on this team. They've been playing hard. They've been playing hard. Do not sleep on this team. And Matt Weeks, you're right. This was the worst defensive game, and you still only gave up 16 points. I feel like the Eagles' defense struggled to finish plays a lot today. Today was one of their worst performances. How can I put this? Where was I? I got distracted. Let me put my do not disturb on. This was one of their worst games throughout this streak in terms of tackling and in run defense, all things considered. I expected a lot more from this defense on third down situations, on fourth down situations. I'm not going to act like the sky is falling, but we are going to react to what we saw in that game. We are going to react to what we saw. Let's preface it with this though. The sky is not falling. The Eagles are 11-2. Okay? The Carolina Panthers, over the course of this past month, have been pushing everybody to the brink. They pushed the Kansas City Chiefs to the brink. They pushed the Buccaneers to the brink. You know, they pushed the Saints and the Giants to the brink, right? They won those games. So this Panthers team has been playing very, very, very hard. And I feel like most of the teams that they've played have gone into these games underestimating them. And I believe the Philadelphia Eagles underestimated this team. I really do believe that. I really do believe that. I believe this team underestimated that Carolina Panthers team. And let's keep this all the way a buck, right? With all due respect, Infamous, y'all can't, we don't breathe the same air. We don't speak the same language. That's the most you get in the day. Anyway, the Carolina Panthers, I give them a ton of credit. Now let's get to the Philadelphia Eagles side of the ball. Let's start with the offense. Let's start there. Like I said, make sure you guys smash that like button. We're going to be here for about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how things go. And let me get to the super chat real quick. My man, Davon Tyree, he says, and thank you for the $4.99 donation, brother. He says, it's just one bad game, you guys. We needed some humble pie. A lot of guys are hurt, especially CJ, We got the dub on to next week. I like that perspective, Davon, because here's the reality, right? The Carolina Panthers are probably the worst team in the NFL. They're probably the worst team in the NFL, and they push you to the brink. But they also challenge the Chiefs and so on and so forth. The Chiefs have the best record in the league. That's neither here nor there, though. The bottom line is, this is the NFL. You're going to have weeks like this. If anybody has watched football long enough and studies the game with objectivity and any sort of maturity, you understand games like this happen. Now, when you get into the minutia and get into the context and talk about what could have been prevented and what you did to lead for the game to go this way, then we can start getting real critical. But as far as the macro, this is the NFL. Everybody get paid. Everybody got pride. Everybody fighting for something. So don't think every game is just written in or penciled in because you got better talent. You got to show up at the end of the day. So, Tyree, I agree with you, right? And on top of that, CJ was in and out of the lineup. Reed Blankenship. No Sidney Brown. You were just who else we missing? Obviously, you're missing BG. I feel like we're missing BG too. That's a different conversation, though. We're missing BG. But regardless, though, I was not pleased with what I saw from the offense at all. And thank you for the super chat, Davon. Cam R. Macbeth with the $2 super chat. He says Carolina has turned it around. They're better now. Yeah, I think they figured something out. Thank you for the super chat, Cam. I was not pleased with the offense. I was very disappointed in Jalen Hurts' overall performance, right? You look at the stat sheet and you say to yourself, well, Tone, 14 for 21, 3 total touchdowns, over 160 total yards. Listen, a pass rating of 110.8. Listen, fuck all that. Fuck the numbers right now. I don't care about the numbers right now. Jalen Hurts did not have a good game at all. At all. He looked lost. He looked relatively unfocused. And then there were parts of that game where I'm asking myself, you realize you got A.J. Brown on this roster too, right? Jalen Hurts was missing guys. He missed A.J. Brown for a wide open touchdown down the field. Didn't even look his way. Took some unnecessary sacks. I was not a fan of Jalen Hurts' decision-making today at all. At all. Now, did he make crucial plays, on third down, passing the ball, running the ball, whatever? Did he make crucial plays? He did. He did. But I'm not going to give him a pass for today. I'm not. Y'all know how I carry it. Regardless of my affinity for Jalen Hurts and this football team, I'm going to hold who's who accountable. Jalen Hurts did not look good today. Did not look good at all. And I actually believe they needed this game. They needed this game to go this way. My man J Love said something, I believe, yesterday or the day before. He said, I think we need a loss on the resume to sort of humble us, right? And kind of and sort of recalibrate us and refocus us. And my mindset was, I disagree with that. Why do you have to lose a game in order to refocus or recalibrate? But why not get a 2-for-1? Why not get the best of both worlds? You survive a tough game, and you still get the win. You didn't play your best football. You were extremely flawed. Your quarterback was awful. You didn't lean on your running game when we thought you would. Questionable play calling at certain instances. Your defense couldn't stop the run. Was terrible on fourth down. You probably played the worst game you could have played, all things considered. Cooper DeJean was getting worked by Adam Thielen. White on white crime, I tell you. Darius Slay, very inconsistent day, but made the game-winning pass deflection. I give him credit for that. The defensive line left so much food on the table. So much food on the table. See, it's not that the pass rush wasn't there. We got pressure. The problem is we didn't finish. That's the problem. Sonny Buckets, that's the problem. And then on top of that, Vic Fangio got so frustrated, he started blitzing more than I actually expected him to. And every time we blitzed, we got gashed on that because we couldn't get home. And give credit to Bryce Young for extending plays. You have to give Bryce Young credit. Yes, the Eagles underperformed, but you got to give Bryce Young credit. That's the best I've seen him look. At least me. I don't watch a ton of Bryce Young football. But that was the best I've seen Bryce Young look. He was dodging every bullet in the chamber. And Adam Thielen was working Cooper DeJean, working him. Let that be a reminder for Cooper DeJean. Let that be a reminder. I saw somebody tweet that Cooper DeJean's kryptonite are white players. Somebody tweeted and said Cooper DeJean's kryptonite are white wide receivers. I was rolling. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. But Jalen Hurts has to see the field a lot better than what he did in that game. He has to. If you want to make a deep playoff from the way we expect, and listen, I'm not overreacting. I just want to talk about what we saw. He has to perform better than that. It's just that simple. These late starts, these slow starts are becoming frustrating for me personally. I actually think Nick Sirianni did a good job today. I actually feel like Nick Sirianni did a good job today. There was a moment, though, where he did piss me off, where he didn't call the timeout before the delay of game. That was one moment where I looked at him like, yo, call the timeout. You got 3 of them. The clock's going to stop on the delay of game anyway. Just call the timeout. So I had a problem with that. But other than that, I didn't have a problem with Nick Sirianni's decision-making today. I really didn't. And then, thank you for reminding me, Ellen. Jake Elliott, what the hell's going on, brother? What's going on? Like, for real. What's going on? Like, can you really blame Nick Sirianni for punting that ball? Let's be honest about it. Can you blame Nick Sirianni for punting that ball? Because I don't. Let me get to these super chats, y'all. Shout out to Ellen with the $10 super chat. She says, defense still held the team to low scores. However, Hurts has to stop wasting time looking for a receiver and just take off. Again, we can't beat the refs. How they missed the face. Yo, bro. Ellen. I do not want to make it about the refs, but they are making it really hard for me not to call them out. Like, seriously. I do not want to spend time on this platform talking about referees. Because we shouldn't even been in that situation in the first place, right? But at the same time, they're making it really, really hard not to really spaz out on them. Because the ref was right there. He face masked the hell out of Grant Cacatera. Damn near ripped his head off. And no call. No call at all. You know what I feel like? I feel like he didn't throw that flag because they needed to burn more time. They needed more ad revenue. Maybe I'm reaching with that one. But I don't want to. I don't want to spend time on the refs. I just don't, because we shouldn't have been in that situation. I don't want to spend time on that. No matter how much it pisses me off, Ellen, and I feel you. Cody, what's going on, brother? With the $1.99 super chat, he says, I don't trust Hurts post. He said, I don't trust Hurts in the postseason if he keep playing like this. Hey, listen, I still trust Hurts, but he did not have a good game today, Cody. He did not have a good game at all. They did not need to make a sweat like this. They really, really didn't. This was an unnecessary situation. This was an unnecessary circumstance. You were dominating them on the ground. Why not run the ball? I'm trying to understand how Kenny Gainwell broke a 20-yard run and he only had 2 carries after that. You were dominating the line of scrimmage in the run game. Why not continue to lean on that? So, Cody, I feel you. I still trust Hurts, though. But if he plays like this in the playoffs, then, we might as well kiss it goodbye. But I'm still rolling. Ain't no hole in my blood. Games like this happen. It's the NFL. Games like this happen. It's the NFL. Thank you for the super chat, Cody. Tell Fig I said what's up. Tell my young boy Elias I said what's good. Ellen Small back again with the $10 donation. She says, Missy Elliott again. Got to get it together. Yo, this has been a tumultuous season for kickers. This has been a tumultuous season for kickers. And this is me not trying to take the spotlight off of Jake Elliott, because Jake Elliott was awful today. But this has been a crazy year for kickers. All of them. Every single last one of them look like they all look like they never kicked in the NFL before. They all look like they can't kick 50 yards. Like did the NFL do something different with the footballs? Did they do something? I don't know. I'm trying to justify why Jake Elliott is this bad this season. He hasn't made a single 50-yard kick. I'm trying to justify like why the league or why kickers all around the NFL are struggling like this. Does anybody have a logical explanation? Because I don't. I don't want to get into my conspiracy bag, and I don't want to put a tinfoil hat on. But can somebody explain to me what's going on this year with the kickers? Can somebody explain it to me? Can somebody explain it to me? Like I said, it's the NFL, man. Shit happens, but damn, the kickers is killing me. Thank you for the super chat, Ellen. Davon Tyree with the $4.99 super chat. Thank you, brother. He says, we got to come correct with Pittsburgh because Russ ain't Bryce Young. Facts. That Pittsburgh game looks a lot more interesting, doesn't it? Looks a lot more interesting. Looks a lot more interesting. But I think we win that game. Again, my confidence ain't waver. Some of y'all confidence may be wavering, not mine. Not mine at all. This the NFL, baby. Shit get tricky sometimes. Thank you for the super chat, Devon. Fresh and clean with the $1.99. He says, let's not worry about the Lions. Got to finish our food. Well, listen, brother. I don't play in the NFL. I don't play for the Eagles. None of us do. So I can talk about Detroit all I want, but I do understand what you're implying. And you're not wrong. It's important to take it one game at a time, especially if you're on the team, if you're in the organization. But what I do has no bearing. What I say has no bearing on the outcome. But I do respect your stance because it is important to take games 1 week at a time, especially when you're out there playing. You never want to look too far ahead. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if this Eagles team was looking ahead to Pittsburgh. Nobody said that yet. I wouldn't be surprised if this Eagles team overlooked the Panthers and had their mind solely focused on Pittsburgh. I wouldn't put it past them, if I'm being completely honest with you, because it happens. You're dealing with human nature at the end of the day. No matter what you're told about the opponent and taking them seriously, you can't help but feel like, man, we better than these guys. It's human nature. It's human nature. You can't help but to feel like, man, we smoking these guys. We better than these guys. They trash. No matter what coach says to you. Listen, Nick Seranni could have said it to you. He was blue in the face. Hey, listen, we're taking these guys serious. We're taking these guys serious. At the end of the day, those guys got to go out there and play. And I feel like the Eagles was sleepwalking through this game. I feel like Jalen Hurts was sleepwalking through this game. He was not good today. I don't care that he didn't turn the ball over. I don't care about the efficiency. I don't care about the 3 touchdowns. He did not look good today at all. And you're not going to hear me say anything different. You're not going to hear me say anything different. He did not look good today. And y'all know my stance on the brother. So I ain't got to qualify it no more. Thank you for the super chat, fresh and clean. My infamous 2K with the $9.99. He says, Hurts performs like this. I can show at least 6 games with similar stats. The only difference is that y'all had to sweat this one, so his performance is looked at under a microscope. I rest my case. Man, kiss my black ass, infamous. Thank you for the money, though. Oh, man. Thank you for the super chat, y'all. Let's see. J Love says, sleepwalking Tone, looking forward to Pittsburgh. That's problematic. Listen, no team is above that. That's not an Eagles problem. That's no team is above that. No team. If you got a whack ass opponent in week 10, but you got a real tough one in week 11, human nature sometimes takes over. And you say, okay, we ain't really got to empty the gas tank on this team. But sometimes that team punches you in the mouth and you got to catch back up and you got to wake up. So is that a problem in the micro? Yes. Is that a problem in the macro? No. I hope that makes sense, J Love. In the micro, is that a problem? Absolutely. I don't like that shit at all. But in the macro, in the grand scheme of things, do I think this team looks ahead and overlooks opponents? No, I don't. Because this winning streak tells me that this entire winning streak has told me that they don't overlook anybody. But sometimes you get comfy. Sometimes you get comfy. So in the micro, yeah, very problematic. Didn't like it at all. In the macro, I don't think it's a big deal. Benjamin Moore says, I believe Carolina is a lot better than we give credit. I feel like they've always been better than their record and things of that nature. But they've just been a bad team. They've been poorly coached. They haven't drafted well. Their draft picks haven't lived up to expectation. Let's be honest. Xavier Legette drops a walk-in touchdown. Let's be honest about that. Xavier Legette, or Legette, whatever it is, dropped a walk-in touchdown. That's been the story of their season. Taco Star, he says, not every win can be pretty. We're on a 9-game winning streak. Yeah, man. Again, it's the nature of the beast. This is the NFL. This shit get hard. And also, this is the point in the season where, again, if you've watched a lot of football and you've studied the ebbs and flows of the game in seasons, this is the part of the year where you're getting damn near everyone's best shot because guys are trying to play spoiler. They're playing for incentives and contracts. Young guys are trying to prove that they belong. They're trying to put some good things on tape. People are jockeying for playoff position. Like, this is a very innocuous portion of the season where you don't want to overlook an opponent. You don't want to take your foot off the gas. You don't. So Taco Star, I agree. Every win can't be pretty. And we are on a 9-game winning streak, the longest win streak we've had, I believe. But you got to play better. You got to play better. And I believe they will play better. I really, really do. Drip Flare Drip Flare 89. He says, yup, Jalen Hurts looked bad. Still my dog, but he had a horrible game. Yeah, man, he didn't look good. He didn't look good today. I was not a fan of him today. Let's see. K. Robinson says, we said this when they played the Giants in 2022 before the playoffs, and they had the second stringers in. Exactly. You don't want these games to linger. You don't want to give these teams like this hope. Keith said, it's the NFL. Grown men getting paid millions. Ain't nothing easy. Facts. That's a fact, man. That's a fact. Chaotic Green says Jalen Hurts had a bad game with no turnovers. Let that sink in. I mean, a lot of quarterbacks have bad games without turnovers. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can have a bad game and not turn the ball over. And look, he had 3 touchdowns and, he threw the ball at the middle of the field and all that kind of stuff. Had some really good runs, but he didn't have a good game. But I hear what you're saying, K-Ordic. GTFO says, we shut down very good teams when we game plan, took it serious. Suddenly we struggle in the trap game and now we're not elite. It's cool. Stay on that side because I'm telling you, we're going to bounce back. Yeah, like I'm not overreacting to the game. It's just something it's something you look at and you say, hey, man, you're fortunate. You know what I'm saying? And look, right? In the NFL, in order to win big, it takes a combination of preparation, execution, and a little bit of lady luck. You feel what I'm saying? Like you can prepare and execute all you want. Sometimes you get unlucky. Like, for example, the Eagles forced the incomplete, tipped the pass at the line of scrimmage on 4th down in the red zone. And somehow, someway, it landed in Adam Thielen's hands, and they ran in there for a touchdown. So, you have moments where you're unlucky, and it ends up hurting you. So you have to overcome that. So, GTFO, I feel you, brother. My confidence hasn't wavered. The Panthers didn't shake my confidence. I was just frustrated watching the game. I was like, yo, come on, man, really? They just made me sweat for no reason. They made my blood pressure rise for no reason. But trust me, my confidence ain't wavering, brother. I hope other people's confidence not wavering either. Detroit J Iceberg, he says, it ain't about looking good, it's about winning. Every game can't be looking good. Sometimes you got to win ugly. Oh, for sure. For sure, man. Listen, I care about the win. You won the game. They won. The Eagles won the football game. Don't get me twisted, bro. You know me. I care about 3 categories: wins, losses, and production. Simple as that. I don't overcook. You got so many people out here trying to overcook this game. They try to squeeze the game for the most innocuous details and try to prove a point. And the reality is, my G, did you win or did you lose? Yeah. Did you win or did you lose? No matter what conversations you have, it boils down to one question or two. Did you win or did you lose? Does that qualify as one question or 2 questions? Did you win or did you lose? Is that one question? I guess it's one sentence. So yeah, I guess it is one question with a comma. Did you win, comma, or did you lose? Question mark. Yeah. So yeah. I can nitpick this game down to the studs. And trust me, I am not pleased with the performance today. But at the same time, you won the game. You won the game. You won the game. That goes a long way in my book. Keith Watkins says Avonte Maddox actually did something right. Yo, bro, facts. Yo, that was a huge play by Avonte Maddox, man. And again, let me ask y'all a question. Shout out to Keith, by the way. Let me ask y'all a question real quick. Do you guys believe Nick Sirianni made the right decision punting that ball? Obviously, we won the game. In hindsight, it's 2020. But when it happened, were you guys upset? Did you believe Nick Sirianni made the right decision punting that ball? Because if you ask me, I feel like he did. He did make the right decision. And on top of that, Jalen Hurts should have never took that delay of game. You call a fucking timeout. Call a timeout. Get your bearings. But regardless, you had an option. Do you kick the long field goal or do you punt it? Or do you get aggressive and go for it? Nick Sirianni said, you know what? I trust my special teams and I trust my defense to do their jobs. And what did they do? They did their jobs. You see, I know it's easy to get lost in just the offense because a lot of you guys don't like Jalen Hurts. Some of you guys are opposing fan bases, whatever it may be. That's fine. But this is a 3-phase football game. Offense, defense, special teams. Nick Sirianni made the right decision. On top of that, your kicker is not doing well right now. And your offense has been inconsistent. But you know who I do trust if I'm Nick Sirianni? I trust my special teams. And I trust my defense. The defense has been remarkable all year. Your special teams has been pretty good all year. Braden Mann is coming off of a NFC Player of the Week for his performance against the Ravens. So shout out to Braden Mann. Let's call him out by name. The Eagles punter. Shout out to Braden Mann. Shout out to Avonte Maddox. For sure. It's 3 phases to this game. Nick Sirianni said, I'm rolling the dice on my special teams and defense right now. I'm rolling the dice. I'm not giving them this ball back at the 50-yard line with all this time left on the clock. I'll take my chances with my defense and special teams, make them go the whole length of the field. I don't believe they can. So I like the move by Nick Sirianni. I like that move. Justin Horn says, I wasn't upset. Alex says, yes, that was the right call. S. Blunt says, yes, Jake has been inconsistent. Let's see. J Love says, no, Tone, it's not just about wins and losses. How you win matters. Don't accept the win and what you want in the loss. I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. It's not what I'm saying. It's not what I'm saying. In the context of how the Eagles have been playing this year, hey, games like this happen. You won the game, you move on. Now, it's not like the Eagles have given you cause to pause all year. It's not like 2023, where every game felt like this. Every game. In the context of how they've been playing all year, especially on this winning streak, games like this happen, and I'm not going to overreact. I'm just not. Trenton Wright says, but I also respect your opinion, J-Love. Trenton Wright says, I think Seranni was fine. Yeah, I agree. K-Order Green says, 100% right call. Skip says, yes, right call. Let's see. It's Ben says, Cooper DeJean looked like a rookie today. He did. He went up against a veteran. And look, Adam Thielen is not fast at all. So he has to rely a lot on getting separation early at the line of scrimmage and being a technician. Adam Thielen doesn't get enough credit for being a technician at the position. Adam Thielen was working him. K-Order Green says Cooper DeJean looked a little slow after he got worked on the sideline. Alex says, people wanted us to win 50-3. This ain't college football. I had us winning 37-13, but damn, offense didn't do their job. Damn, these super chats came in. Let me get to a couple of these. My bad, y'all. Chaotic Green, thank you for the $2 super chat. He says, mad respect to Hubbard. Bro balled as the last running back. Yo, for real, he was the only running back they had. He did good. I always felt like Chuba Hubbard was a good player. Always did. He just needed his opportunities. This is like the first season where he's like the guy. So shout out to Chuba Hubbard. Benjamin Moore, what's going on? Thank you for the super chat, my man. He says, Tone, it's December. We're 2-0, not the best game in all. He says, Tone, it's December. We're 2-0, not the best game in all phases, but overall, I love winning tough games. These type of games matter as fans. Woo. Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, as fans, yeah, we got to sweat it out for sure. But you're right. At the end of the day, you win the game, you watch the film, and you move on. Because this team has been playing well all season. I'm not going to just overreact because the Panthers made them sweat a little bit. I'm not. That's just not where I'm at. That's not where I'm at. Thank you for the super chat, B More. Ace Bookie with the 99-cent super chat. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for supporting the show. It means a lot, man. It goes a long way. All right, let's see here. Let's see. Pack 6 Man, he says, give the Panthers credit. A lot of injuries taken away from the team, playing to our playoff potential, but we've won under almost all circumstances so far. That's a good point, Pack 6. The Eagles have won in a variety of ways. And you got to give the Panthers credit. They came to play. They made them sweat. Oh yeah, it's Ben says, sometimes I hate being an Eagles fan. We bitch over winning, and we bitch over everything. Yo, you're right, man. You're right. There are some people overreacting. I'm not overreacting. It's the league. Upsets happen. Teams that you thought were bad, sometimes they give you their best. It happens. They pushed the Chiefs. The Chiefs had to drive down the field and kick a game-winning field goal. That Chiefs defense gave up over 30 points, I think, to that Panthers offense. We only gave up 16. We hurt ourselves. But I also want to give credit to the Panthers for making a sweat, though. But you won the game. In the context of how they've been playing throughout the course of this winning streak, I'm not going to overreact to this game. Dietrich Ratliff says, do we not remember that Colts game when we went to the Super Bowl? Exactly. Great point. Great pull by you, Dietrich. Great point. It's the NFL. It happens. It happens. You go up against guys. These guys get paid too. They give you their best shot. But that doesn't mean I'm absolving that offense. Jalen Hurts, not a good game. Missed guys. Didn't like his decision making. Took unnecessary sacks at times. He didn't look settled in. He was never in rhythm. Never. So Jalen Hurts has to wear this, and Jalen Hurts has to hit the film room, because A.J. Brown had every right to be frustrated today. I know some of you guys, very little, but some of you guys are going to try to say, see what I mean? A.J. Brown is a problem. No, A.J. Brown had every right to be pissed off today. Every right, because Jalen Hurts was missing him wide open. There was times I'm like, yo, Jalen, just throw the fucking pill. Just throw the pill. He's right. He beat his man. Throw the pill. So I ain't got no problem with A.J. Brown being frustrated about how this game went. At all. At all. At all. Oh, yeah, S. Blunt. We're going to get to that. S. Blunt, thank you, brother. Thank you, OG. Thank you for riding the ship. Thank you for settling down things. I'm going to get to that, S. Blunt. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me of what happened today. Let me read these super chats real quick. Melly J with a $1.99 super chat says offense needs to give defense a break in the first. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. One thing I will say about this defense, though, they in shape. They are in shape this year. John Douglas with the $4.99 super chat. He says we will refocus and keep the main thing the main. I agree 100%. And also, let me hold my man J Love accountable a little bit. Just the other day, J Love told me we're due for a loss. He said that on this show. Let me hold my man J Love accountable. He says, Tone, we need a loss. We need one. We need a loss. It'll refocus us for the playoffs. Didn't you say that, J Love? Hey, Jay, where you at, man? I need you right now. Where you at, J Love? You said that, right? Yes or no? You said that, right? And look, I'm not trying to get under your skin right now. I'm just trying to prove a point. Who was in the stream when J Love said we need a loss? All right, J Love. Okay, here we go. He says, yes, I did say that. So if they played the exact same way that you saw today and lost this game, would you be okay with it? Would you be okay with it? If they played this game the exact same way and lost, would you be okay with that? I'll wait. He says yes, because we refocus and humble ourselves. So why can't you achieve that same result and win the game? Why can't you achieve that same result and win the game? So if you're willing to say, yes, I wouldn't have a problem with that, or would you? You're saying, yes, you wouldn't have a problem with that? That don't make sense. That don't make sense. How would you be okay with the loss if they played the same way, but you're not okay with a win and they played the same way? That don't make sense. Am I tripping? I'm not complaining, Trenton. What are you talking about? I'm not complaining, bro. What are you talking about? I'm not complaining. I'm the one that's saying I'm not going to overreact. Trenton, are you talking to me or talking about somebody else? Because I'm the one that's saying I'm not going to overreact. I'm not overreacting to to this game. I'm not. Trenton, maybe I'm misunderstanding you. Okay, got you. I misunderstood. I misunderstood. No, that's not true. That's not true. Anyway, my man J Love says, because we won, so this will make us think we can play poorly and win, and therefore won't make the necessary changes. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. Just because you win doesn't mean you don't look at the film and say, we need to fix that. That's not how that works, in my opinion. Regardless, they're watching the film or they're going to watch the film and say, yo, we left a lot of food on the table. We cannot play this way if we have larger aspirations. My whole logic is, though, you can achieve the same result and still win the game. That's all. Let me get to these super chats. Rel Blunt with the $1.99. He says GJ is the heart of the defense with his toughness. Yo, CJ made plays today. He made plays, man. Shout out to him. He did give up a touchdown, but shout out to him for the interception. Thank you for the super chat, Rel. Trenton Wright says we need to lock in for the Steelers, but I have full faith in the squad. I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. Let's see. I see a lot of y'all ready to jump ship. King Tom the Bomb. That's a funny name. King Tom the Bomb says he's also not a good. Okay, let me read this one first because he's responding to something. Okay. KC says the offense is one-dimensional. Hurts cannot read a defense, takes too many sacks, always misses open receivers, will not beat the good teams in the playoffs. Okay, keep that same energy, KC. We're going to remember that. Where we at? Then King Tom the Bomb agreed. He says he's also not a good job. He's also not a good quarterback, basically. Because he can't handle the pressure. He needs to stay in the pocket where he can only see the corners. They're trying to give him slants now. He can't see. Listen, I'm not going to deny and say he wasn't seeing the field well today at all. He did not see the field well today at all. At all. But am I ready to just throw him out with the baby in the bathwater? No. But listen, that's your opinion, man. I'm not here to change minds or save lives. I'm here to talk my shit, and hopefully y'all vibe. So it's all good, no worries. We agree to disagree. I don't take none of this to heart. Naeem Barber with the $1.99 super chat says they just played two other playoff teams. Close. Exactly. For sure, man. Exactly. You're so right. And let me make sure I do right by my people. Give me 1 second. So, it's Ben gets his wrench. Naeem Barber gets his wrench. Rel Blunt gets his. John Douglas gets his. Okay. Ace Boogie gets his. Okay. All right. We are Ellen Small. Get yours. Okay. Cam Macbeth. You get yours. All right. There we go. Appreciate y'all for locking in with the super chats. Really, really do. Okay. All right. Thank you for the super chat, Naeem. J Love says teams play harder after a loss and regain that tunnel vision focus. We're beginning to lose. That's not always true. There are teams that lose and then they just lose again. They fall off a cliff. That's not losing is not synonymous with refocusing. Sometimes teams unravel. We know that all too well. So again, we all view this game differently. We all have our own perspective on this sport. And that's perfectly fine. I just strongly disagree with my man J Love. That's all. I strongly disagree with him. Trenton Wright says we already beat Stafford, Burrow, Daniels. Yeah, man. We beat some good quarterbacks. Don't forget Jackson. We beat Lamar Jackson too. Can't forget that one. That's the big buck. That's the 9-point. That's the 9-pointer. You feel me? That's the 7-pointer. That's the big one. Dominique Survey says, one game, bro, and they say this, clowns. Hey, man, everybody got their own perspective. I disagree with a lot of it, though. I can acknowledge Jalen Hurts didn't have the game I wanted him to have and acknowledge how poorly he was and also say, hey, you won the game, you get back to the film room, you wipe up those issues, and you take care of business next week. And again, I'm going to keep saying it just like this. In the context of how this Eagles team has been performing over the course of this win streak, I'm not going to overreact to this game. We're going to discuss what we saw, but I'm not going to overreact because I know who this team is. They've shown us significantly more good than this. So I'm not going to overreact. I'm just not. Oh yeah, it's Ben with the $9.99 super chat. He says, I get it, Hurts didn't play the best, but if pass pro kept collapsing in my face, I probably would make bad passes too. It did help that the wide receivers couldn't beat their man. Yo, there were points in that game where offensive line protection broke down. There were points in the game where receivers couldn't get open. There were points in the game where Jalen Hurts flat out missed guys when they did get open. So, again, some people are going to pick and choose what they want to hang their hat on. My job is to talk about everything as much as I can. Thank you for the super chat, Ben. I appreciate it. Ellen back again with the super chat. She says, I've been an Eagles fan since Jaws and will always be. However, I would love to see Dotson. He would be an unexpected. Yeah, Dotson is they got to do a better job of getting him involved. I feel you on that. Thank you for the super chat, Ellen. Also, let's talk about some good, right? Let's talk about some good, man. We ripped the quarterback. We ripped the offense. Let's talk about some good, y'all. Let's refocus and recalibrate, like my man J Love said. Let's refocus. Let's recalibrate. How about Saquon Barkley, man? How about Saquon Barkley? Congratulations to Saquon Barkley for earning the single season rushing record for the Philadelphia Eagles. It was previously held by Eagles Hall of Famer LaShawn McCoy. And now it's held by Saquon Barkley. 2-5 had to hand it off to 2-6. You feel me? So I got to show love to Saquon Barkley. That's a bad man. Saquon Barkley made that shit look easy today. I'm surprised he didn't get the ball more. Kenny Gainwell should have got the ball more. We should have been running the ball way better. Listen, man, it's whatever. Saquon Barkley, congratulations, man. All-time leading rusher for a season. Broke the single season record in 13 games. That's crazy. That's legendary shit. That's legendary. J Love says, I would get Barkley's jersey, but I hate the number 26. That's hilarious, man. That's hilarious. Alex says the reason why receivers weren't getting open was because Moore was calling some middle school level plays with the routes they were running. No mesh concepts, no motion, no bunch formation. Yeah, man, like, I don't understand why we didn't run any mesh concepts. You know one of my favorite plays from the day, though? One of my favorite plays was that Kenny Gainwell 20-yard run. They had Kenny Gainwell lined up wide out at the receiver position. He motioned to the backfield. It was almost like a mock jet sweep, but it wasn't a jet sweep per se. They moved him in motion. Hurts handed it off to him, and he went for 20 yards. I like that play a lot. But anyway, shout out to Saquon, man. Shout out to Saquon. That is dope. I'm proud of him. You know, shout out to the offensive line as well. Let me get to these super chats, y'all. Thank y'all for locking in. Appreciate y'all. Jet Ski, what's going on? Appreciate you for donating to the channel, brother. Thank you so much. Jet Ski says Hurts needs to be quicker with his decision making. I agree 100%. Today he looked like he was, I ain't gonna lie, Jalen looked like he smoked the L before the game. The way he was playing, Jalen looked like he smoked the L before the game. If you know, you know. He looked like he took a couple quick, you know what I mean? All right, let's go. Jalen took a bong hit before the game, y'all. He was not seeing it at all. He took a bong hit before the game. My man had the bowl. My man had the bowl like, all right, we out. Let's go. Let's go. All right, put some cologne on. Y'all know the vibes. Man. Oh my God. My man had hash in his chin strap. He was like, you know what I mean? He looked, yeah. Melly J said, nah, my boy looked like he took an edible. Yo, am I tripping? Like, he looked, yo, Jalen took a couple quick puffs of the L. Man, he was rocked. Thank you for the super chat, Jet Ski. I appreciate it. Hey, my dad is in the building. Shout out to my dad. He says, wow, Saquon Barkley broke LaShawn McCoy's rushing record today. He is just a phenomenal player. Dad, seriously. In 13 games. He did it in 13 games. Because, you know, there's 17 games in the season now, right? And when LaShawn McCoy broke that record himself, it was a 16-game season. So nobody can say, oh, he had an extra game. You know, nobody can try to take it away from him and try to say, he had an extra game. You know, he ain't really. Nah, Saquon did that shit in 13 games. Shout out to LaShawn McCoy, the best to ever do it. Shout out to Saquon Barkley, man. One of the new Eagles legends. Shout out to him. Deshae Shaver says they did run some drags and Hurts went and cut the ball loose. Hey, good point, Deshae. Good point. John Douglas says, Tone, stay true, catch you on the next stream, and go Birds. Thank you, John. I appreciate it. Let's keep this ball rolling, and then we're going to get out of here. Ellen Small says, here's some good. We're 11-2. Hey, I like that. Thank you for the $5 super chat, Ellen. You're not wrong about that. We're 11-2. And guess what? When we make it to the big dance and when we win that thing, are we really going to think about this game? Nah, we're not. We're not. See where my confidence level is, y'all? Some of y'all may say I'm delusional. I'll wear it. I'm a little bit of a psycho anyway. But when we win it all, are we really going to think about this game? Shout out to the super chat, Ellen. I appreciate you. Naeem Barber back again with the super chat. Thank you, my man. He says, it's only funny because people try to quit on Hurts was the same ones that deny Wentz was cooked. Yeah, Barkley cooking. Yo, for sure. For sure. For sure. For sure. Barkley's in his bag, man. Shout out to him. Naeem, thank you for the super chat, too. Ace Boogie, back again with a super chat. He says, can you bring Philly Mike on real quick? Hey, listen, where is he? Where is he? I'll bring him on right now. Where is he? Is he live right now? Is he available? I'll bring him on. That's my guy. I watch his content. I got a lot of respect for Mike. I got a lot of respect for Mike. He's built an amazing platform. So, shout out to Philly Mike from the Philly Talk podcast. Hey, where he at? He's in here? I must have missed him. Ask him if you want the link. Hey, Mike, if you want the link, just let me know. I'll bring you on. We could tap in for a little bit. For sure. Like, I'll send the link right now if you want it. Thank you for the super chat, Ace. I appreciate it. Luther Winfield with the $5 super chat. Thank you, my man. He says, in my A. Rogers voice, relax, everybody. The way the line was run blocking, we should have ran the ball 60 plus times. I agree, 100%. The Panthers can't stop the run. And, and look, it's not like listen, we got to give the Panthers credit too. They chewed up the clock. They took away our possessions. They chewed up the clock and took away our possessions. Let me look at time of possession real quick. Let me look at time of possession because I feel like they won time of possession. They did. They dominated time of possession, 33 minutes and 33 seconds to our 26 minutes and 27 seconds. They dominated time of possession. So, they took the air out of the football. They limited our possessions. And it happens like that. It happens like that. And like I said, if Mike want to come on, hey, even if it's for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever time he want, I'll give it to him. That's my man. I respect what he does. Thank you for the super chat, Luther. I really do appreciate it. My dad says, feed the beast. Barkley is not human. He is literally an apex predator. I like what you did there, Dad. Make sure you guys go lock in and grab those apex predator hoodies, sweatshirts, so on and so forth. Go bless yourself, man. Go bless yourself. My guy, Philly Mike from the Philly Talk podcast with the $9.99 super chat. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man. It means a lot. Thanks for watching and thanks for the super chat. He says, on the road, just tuning into some great Eagles talk, but we do got to get up soon, bro. I'm right with you on. I'm right with you. Let's not overreact. Shout out to Ace, though. Yeah, shout out to Ace, man. Hey, listen. Ace, I'm going to start calling Ace the great connector. You know what I'm saying? We gotta call Ace the plug. Because Ace, Ace was trying to, Ace was trying to make some moves behind the scenes. Shout out to my man Ace Boogie, man. I appreciate him. But yeah, Mike, we definitely got to catch up, man. Definitely got to catch up. Today's Sunday. We can make something happen this week. I'll reach out to you on Twitter. And, we'll go from there, brother. I would love to have you on. I would love to have you on and pick your brain, man. I would love to have you on. So thank you for locking in while you're on the road. Thank you for donating to the channel, bro. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much. And you're right, bro. There's no need to overreact to this game. There's no need to. Obviously, it didn't look the way we wanted it to look, but I'm not going to overreact. I trust this team to go back to the drawing board. Did y'all see how pissed off Vic Fangio was today? Y'all think he wanted the blitz? He gonna make them motherfuckers work that off. I'm telling you. Vic Fangio was pissed. I haven't seen Vic Fangio react that way in the box all season. He was pissed when Trumbull scored that touchdown on CJ. He was pissed because he felt like we prepared for that. He was pissed. And the funny thing about it is I saw the play coming from a mile away. So if I saw it, I know Fangio saw it. So I'm telling you, I haven't seen Fangio that irate all year. Best believe They working this week. Believe that. Believe that, man. Thank you for the super chat, Mike. Trenton Wright with the $4.99. Thank you, my man. He says Saquon had a quiet day and still had over 100 yards. This is the team. This team is filled with talent. Yo, we're good. We're very good, man. Saquon Barkley is different. He's a cheat code. Saquon Barkley has taken the Eagles to another level. It's insane. It's insane. Thank you for the super chat, Trenton. As Blunt says, they didn't execute. Absolutely. They didn't execute. Warv with the $4.99 says, ain't gonna lie, Tone. What AJ and Hurts said post-game don't sound good, man. Trying not to overreact, but man, it sound bad. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to listen to it. Now I'm curious what they said, Warv. And again, to post-game, I wouldn't overreact. Man. Don't let this game, come on, y'all. Y'all cannot be this shook. And thank you for the super chat, Warv. I appreciate it. Y'all cannot be this shook, y'all. Come on. We cannot be this shook. Tell me y'all playing. We've been on a 9-game winning streak. We've been kicking ass. Don't tell me y'all shook because the Panthers accidentally took a piss on your Christmas tree. I want to know what they said too. Because at the end of the day, those guys know Jalen Hurts, and they know at the end of the day, he cares about winning the football game. And sure, they may be frustrated right after the game, right? They may be a little bothered. But when that check clear on Monday, they'll be all right. They'll be okay. Hey, what my man Smokey say? He said, I got mind control over Debo. He'd be like, shut the fuck up. I'll be quiet. But when he leave, I'll be talking again. Listen, y'all, I'm not tripping, man. Y'all can't be this shook. Y'all cannot be this shook. Yeah, AJ probably was mad about the targets today, whatever, or mad about, I'm open, right? And I was mad for him. So I'm not mad at both of those guys getting upset. I'm not. But when that check clear on Monday, they're gonna be like, hey, listen, hey, Hurts, you know what you gotta do. You know what you gotta do. You feel me? Like, we can't be this shook, y'all. Come on, man. Don't do this. Don't pour the ripcord now, y'all. Don't jump off now, y'all. The ride is getting good. It's getting good. Rara Rufus, what's going on, Roof? With the $2 super chat. He says, start 26 if he can get the rush title last game. Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely starting him. If he can get the rushing title, I'm starting him. Because here's the thing, right? We're still in contention for the number 1 seed. So unless we're deadlocked into the number 2 seed, I'm playing my starters. If I got a chance to get the number 1 seed, I'm going to go for it. But at the same time, if I'm deadlocked into the 2 seed, then I'm not starting anybody. If I'm locked into the 2 seed, I'm not playing my starters. Thank you for the super chat, Rufus. ADW the beat with the $2 super chat. He says, what the Super Bowl champs do against Carolina? Hey, listen, man. I don't like watching other people food. But the reality is the Panthers pushed the Chiefs to the brink, to the edge. And we've been playing a lot better than the Chiefs. So our confidence should not be shaken because we had a little bit of a knuckle dragger today. It's football. Any given Sunday, you got to show up and play the game. I don't care how much talent you got. You got to play the game. You got to play the game. So I'm not going to let a knuckle drag out game get me nervous, because I'm not. I'm not nervous whatsoever. Thank you for the super chat, ADW. Trenton Wright with the $4.99 super chat. He says, call me simple, but I was just happy we won. We could have been way better on offense, though. Absolutely, Trent. Absolutely. And, you know, I've criticized the offense. I've criticized the quarterback. You know, I've criticized some of the play calling. You know, I've criticized the defensive run. I've criticized the run defense. They let Chuba Hubbard body them today. You know what I'm saying? They did a better job defending Derrick Henry than Chuba Hubbard. That's how you know they low-key underestimated this team. They did a better job dealing with Derrick Henry than they did Chuba Hubbard. Am I off when I say that? It just seemed like Chuba Hubbard was getting what he wanted. It looked like he was getting what he wanted. But regardless, though, you won the game. You know you got a lot to clean up. You got a big opponent coming in your house next week. They're going to be fine. These games happen to the best of them. When we win it all, we're not going to be talking about this game. Believe that. All right, y'all. I'm about to get out of here. Thank y'all for the super chats, man. Means a lot to me. Let me make sure I take care of my people. Give me 1 second. Make sure I bless those who bless me. Trent Wright. There you go. All right. Let's see. Luther Winfield. I thought I gave him one. Luther Winfield. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Just all right. We straight. So again, y'all, I'm not gonna overreact to this loss at all. You know, this thing, like, it happens. Let's see. As Blunt says, I just listened to AJ. Can you pull it up on X? Let me see if I can find it. Then we getting out of here. Let me see if I can find it. Because y'all talking about this AJ thing. And let me just find it. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, hold on. Okay, hold on. Where my man at? Hey, hold on. Let me see if I can get my man on here. Hold on. Let me get my man in here. Where he at? Let me see. Trying to get my man in here. Let me see if he got that link. Hey, Marcus, let me know if you got that link, bro. Let me know if you're still there. Let me see where we at though. Shoot, where was I? Oh yeah, the AJ Brown thing. There it go. All right. AJ Brown. Let's see if I can find it. Okay. All right, here we go. All right, I think I found it. All right, let's see what we got. Let me pull it up on screen now. Let's zoom in to make sure the volume not too high. All right. Boom. All right, y'all. Let's listen in on this.
Offense wasn't good enough. What are some things you think that the offense needs to improve on? Passing.
AJ, I know everybody wants to get in a rhythm, and Devontae was acknowledging that. You know, receivers, just like running backs, want to get in a rhythm. How hard is it as a receiver to get into a rhythm when you guys are only throwing the ball like 20 times?
Incredibly tough.
It seemed like there was a moment on the sideline when you threw your helmet into the bench. What prompted that reaction?
3.5.
As a leader on this offense, what's kind of your approach this week in changing the result in terms of everyone, and not just you, a lot of the players on offense saying that this was just not up to the offensive standard?
Putting our head down and just going to work, doing the things we're doing and learning and growing.
What are the conversations like with Jalen during a game like this, where maybe the passing game isn't everything you want it to be?
Not too much conversation, honestly. But I don't know.
Okay. All right. Now, obviously, we know this is going to be a talking point. Unfortunately, the Philadelphia Eagles are one of the most polarizing teams in football. This is going to be a talking point on Monday. Be prepared for national TV to eat this shit up. I just want y'all to prepare yourselves. National media is going to eat this up. WIP is going to beat this shit into the dirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, be prepared. Be prepared. Okay? I'm forewarning y'all. National TV and WIP is going to try to make something out of nothing. Was A.J. Brown frustrated after this game and during this game? Absolutely. Does he have a right to be frustrated? Absolutely. Because today, in my opinion, was the worst that shit looked. I'm going to be honest. Today was I feel like this was the worst the passing game looked all year. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. I've never seen the passing game look this bad. Jalen Hurts disappointed me today. Jalen Hurts disappointed me today. I'm making that very clear. But am I going to overreact to A.J. Brown's press conference? No. Am I going to overreact to the game? No. A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts have a very close relationship. A.J. Brown doesn't say that if he doesn't have the full support of his quarterback and his teammates. A.J. Brown is a leader on his team. He's conducted himself as a leader, only as a leader. So A.J. Brown is right. Yeah, the passing has to fucking improve. Absolutely. So listen, I ain't criticizing A.J. Brown at all. He ain't say nothing wrong. He ain't say nothing wrong. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Let me see if my man's still available. He probably not, because he texted me earlier. Yeah, that was over an hour ago. Anyway. We're going to get out of here. I appreciate y'all for locking in on the content. Let me make sure I got all the super chats out the way. Okay, I did. Thank y'all for donating to the channel. Thank you guys for subscribing as well. It means a lot to me. Thank you guys for being active in the live stream and the live chat. Show doesn't go on without you guys. Doesn't go on without you guys. So smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. I've been your humble host, Tone DeShields II. This has been a post-game edition of Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game.